Hey YouTube's Rival X Factor here in time for the next how to become a better tanker or armor driver on Conquest, size small, Russian side. First we need to go over to the breakout. There's two major breakouts. So let's say you just jump in the tank as quick as possible. You got a good spawn. The most aggressive breakout is to run D alley. Alright, you can spam shift key to get down here, but don't spin out. And then you're going to stop right about now. You're going to catch guys coming across this road. Okay, what you have to be aware of is guys coming through A arches as well. So you can pick a bunch of kills, but if you see that tank plus infantry, that's usually a bad combo. So let's pretend like we're coming up here the first time. Pick kills, back off, because all you want to do is weed off guys pushing B. That's it. Give your team a better chance. The main position you should be aware of is this is called hot corner, what I'm shaking my little canister shell at, hot corner. You want to play off of this area and pick at their tank. Okay, you want to pick at their tank right here. You don't want to go rushing down A. You want to pillar this tank, and basically we call it playing gay and when we play competitively, until you work that tank down. Because you can shoot through this, he can't real easily. There's some pretty easy shots you can make. If they're in A arch or A alley, you can knock rubble down. So here's what happens. If you get their tank to retreat, and it's spotted so you can see it through the wall, you can get kind of aggressive if you have C. So C's friendly. You got to check off Toad, make sure no one's in there. Because what happens if guys are in there? They're going to spawn on you, come behind you, C4 you, blow you up. Next thing you want to do is if that tank's gone or backed up is you want to blow out this garage and this garage. Because they could spawn in this store, this A alley, this garage, and this garage. That's their spawn points, basically, for A. The next thing is if you've checked off garage here and the flag's neutral but not moving, all you have to do is knock rubble back here because there's a couple hiding spots back there that you can't really see. But your main focus is this tank, all right? So let's say you've got that tank down. You have A and you have C. You need to check J. You need to start shelling J because there's odds are there are guys up here. Okay? You need to watch arches because they're probably going to have B and they're probably going to have D. Not a big deal. But you do not push to this point where I'm at now unless you have C. Because if they have C, they can flood down Toad. They can come down jungle. They can jump into J2 right here, get into J3, and just wreak havoc on your tank. So let's say this. Let's rewind a little bit. Let's say you get a little bit of a scrap with the tank. All right. And you're picking at him. And all of a sudden, your reactive armor's down on one side. And all of a sudden, he gets another shot, and you're kind of weak. What do? Do you stop and repair here? No. You floor it reverse. You hang a quick corner. You jump out. And I'm a medic. But you jump out. You repair your old tank. All right. This is the spot to do it. Okay? So you get back in your tank. You play peekaboo again, and this whole side, this Russian side, is learning how to pillar this spot right here where I'm at. That's it. You got to be able to take that tank. And now, do you shoot him as soon as you see him? No. You wait for him to come out in this area, so that buys you at least 2 shots. So you get 1 shot in, you get a second shot, and then if he's disabled, you go after him. Now remember my trick. If you've got your reactive up on the other sides, turn. That buys you an extra second. Then show them your front again. All right? Keep that ass protected. All right? Now, what if you lose A? And weapons if you want to go down D and B, and they have D and B. Let me show you what happens. These are death traps. These are absolute death traps. And I only go to B if I have infantry help. And we own D. If we don't own D, the odds are they're going to be in this green building and this blue building. You're fucked. Because what happens? You can't really get good angle back here, right? And up here, you're at their mercy. So if this is a kill zone, this whole area, man. So if you don't have D, don't put your tank on D. Don't ever put your tank on D. Don't do, you see a lot of guys doing this. If it's 1 or 2 guys, do it. But you got to keep your eye in green. And more importantly, guys trying to get into green, into that doorway. You got to keep that clear. Guy here is not going to bother you too much. One guy in there turns into 3 or 4, you're fucked. The next big no-no on this map, and the only time you go down here, is if you have D and you have help, as in multiple infantry pushing on B. Because what's the problem with B? Number one, tight space, and everybody spawns all around you. Don't forget about my secret spot. I've showed you guys this in my map breakdowns. This whole room, that's a burn spot. This whole room. All right, so if you don't see anybody in this burn spot that I'm shooting at, there's a hidden burn spot back there. You can knock rubble down and knock that glitch spot out with it, okay? And then the store, there's burn spots and people spawn in there. And then people spawn back here. So that's why you don't want to put your tank on B, because if you don't have at least 1 or 2 infantry to shoot the little rocket dudes, the NGs, you're going to be in big trouble. So if you do get on B, help burn it till it goes neutral and they can't spawn anymore, and then get the fuck out of there. There's nothing good that can happen from this. The next thing I want to mention is you don't want to take this main highway. Because if you got B, you got D, and you got A, there's going to be a lot of guys spawning back. Okay. The other thing of note is their tank spawns every minute and a half after it blows up. So you can use this to your advantage. Well, how can you use that to your advantage? Well, let's say you got A. On this map, once I take A from Russian side, I usually play between A and hot corner. I keep people from coming to C. Okay? If A starts to flash, or I notice we don't have enough infantry down there, I go back. So let's get back to this tank spawn. So you killed the tank a minute ago, and you're killing the, a couple infantry that comes through, and you kill a guy over here every once in a while. At about a minute 20, you peek, and here's the shot, and pillar it, just in case somebody gets in. You peek, and you pillar it. Okay? And somebody might try to rep it, but now they're behind the 8-ball. And you don't have to peek the same spot. You can peek this little spot too. Kill their tank. Another minute and a half. It's really hard to do on the Russian side. To the Russians, it's really easy to do on the United States side. Okay, to the United States. All right. So, moral of the story is get A, protect C's backside from hot corner, and from down here, and this map comes super simple. I've made countless flawless runs on this map, and I'm actually going to link you a flawless run that I just had as community day. Level Cap and myself, we play with the community on our server. We have a conquest server, and we play a couple hours with the community to thank you guys for being our community members, our fans, our friends. And we captured some footage, and I went 47-0 with some help, of course. Every good gunner needs a good repair guy or a good proximity guy, so thank you to those guys. But hopefully you guys enjoy this strat guide, and we'll see you soon.